Hi y'all, we're back in the garage, Tool Guy 82. Bought this four-wheeler for the kids. It's not starting real well, so went and looked on the internet. And they're saying maybe the valves, but I'm pretty sure it's going to need a set of rings. If I can adjust the valves at least enough where the kids can ride it or start it, I'm going to hold off on the valves until next year, or in the winter here, when they don't want to ride it. It smokes really bad. But anyway, we got an 87 Yamaha Moto4 100cc Champ. And we got
Junior.
Alright, he's going to help me on this. We're going to get valves adjusted in this video, and the next video we're going to work on the carburetor. So we'll bring you in here a little closer where you can see us working on the valves. Alright, this is one spot that we have to do. This here has to be removed. Great, it looks like one of the screws are broke off already. I didn't even look at that. But as you can see from the carburetor, I don't know what it's leaking out, but it's nasty. Really nasty. So we're going to pull this cover off. Then you have to pull this plug. And there's one down below here. Let's see if I can get the camera in there. There's one right here. It's got to come off. And that's how you adjust the valves. So let's get started. Alright, we got the cover off. One of the screws are broke off, so I'm going to attempt to maybe drill it and take it out. The other screw, it's kind of screwed up, so probably going to end up buying screws for it. The two of them. But we'll show you here. This is what you're looking at once you get this far. As you can see, there's a screw here. It's broke off. This one came out. Now, can you see? Let's see. Can you see that there needs to be right there? You can see a little arrow. So, there's the little guy getting the tools. Let's see if he gets the right one here.
17 mm.
Is that what it is? That's what it is. Alright, now grab me the ratchet.
Ratchet. Where's the ratchet? Oh.
Alright, so we're going to take the ratchet. And let's see, we'll go this way. Let's see, maybe a little more. Alright. Now the purpose of that is to put us on top dead center. We need to be on top dead center. We need to be on the top dead center so both of our valves are closed with the most distance between the rocker and the valve stem. That's the reason for doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this off, the top one, and we'll get a video of it then. Alright? Okay, so to get the top plug up here, I'm going to have to take this intake off the carburetor, so we'll just go ahead and remove it now since we're going to be cleaning it soon. They really don't give you a whole lot of room in here to work on these things. Grab me that wrench there, Junior. Alright. We got the bottom cover loose for the exhaust valve. Now we're working on the intake valve, trying to get to it. By the way, these valve cover plugs take a 24mm socket, or wrench if you have it. And they really shouldn't be this tight. Alright, we got one off here. Alright, so in here, you can see this right here. This needs spun off. And now we can see. Camera's a little big. Not sure if you can see that. That is the lock nut. That is really tight. Really tight. There should be a little bit of movement there. There's none. So what you need to do is loosen this. Then you're going to back this off. Get a feeler gauge. Down in, I'm not sure if you can see, down in between here. Good. Okay, let's see if we can see here. Right between here and here, there should be a gap of approximately 5/1000ths of an inch. I think what I had read was between like 3 to 5 on the one and 2 to 4 on the other. I'll double check that before I set them, but it needs to be in between there. So, let's go ahead and give her a whirl. This lock nut on here takes an 8mm, and it is tight. I don't think anybody has ever done this on this machine since new. Alright, we got that loose. Alright, so looking on the internet here, it is saying the intake is 2 to 4 and the exhaust is 3 to 5. Since this thing seems to be really tight and it has been a real pain in the rear end to start, we are going to adjust it a little loose. I think we're going to go with 4. Alright, so happy wife, happy life just got home, and she's going to try to help me here by holding the light so I can see. Alright, let's see if it stayed. Perfect. Alright, maybe it will start whenever we're done here. Okay, so we got the upper valve here adjusted. It was really tight. So we're going to go ahead and put this cap back on. Always make sure it's clean around here. You don't want to get any dirt or anything down inside. So go ahead and just spin this on. Get your 24mm wrench. And just give it a little snug. There's no reason why it needs to be as tight as it was coming off. Now we'll move to the exhaust valve. Alright, the exhaust valve. Not much different than the intake, except it's down underneath. Now we're going to go ahead, we got it loose. We're going to go ahead and spin this off. Now the intake was 2 to 4, and the exhaust is supposed to be between 3 and 5. Since I already have the 4mm out, we're just going to make it 4 also. So we got to go ahead and get it loosened here. Let's see if there's any movement at all. Oh, there's a little movement. How about I just check them before I go and loosen everything up? Maybe they don't even need adjusted. Oh boy, this one's a little harder to get to, considering how I have the four-wheeler setting. Of course not. Of course they're too tight. Why would it be anything else? We got the bottom one. Let's see if we can get the camera here. We got the bottom one adjusted. Move that light. We got the bottom one adjusted right there. So we're going to go ahead and get the cap put back on. Where we at? Okay, so as you can see, there's the bottom one. We got it adjusted. It was a little tight too. So just go ahead, take the cap, put it back on there, screw her on tight. Alright, so we got the top one, we got the bottom one, snug the bottom one up. Like I said, I already got the carburetor loose, so we're going to go ahead and leave that. Last step is going to be to put this back on here. Again, this goes right here. But I want to see if I can get that screw right there that's broke off. I want to see if I can get it out. So, if I can, I'm going to get it out. If I can't, oh well, I'll leave it the way it was. Seemed to be fine. For what I paid for the four-wheeler for the kids to ride for maybe a year or two, I think it'll be fine. Until next time, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can get more videos like this. Tool Guy in the garage, over and out.